I think a lot of times we hear similar stuff about mindsets and what it is that we need to do in order to be successful, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you gotta cut off, people who aren't good for you, and you need to make sure that you're really focusing on what it is that you want to do and giving it a lot of your time and energy and stuff like that. We hear the same stuff, but it's like, how many people actually do it though? Like, actually do it, right? So in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the mindset shifts that took me from, not having any placements, not really making any noise for real in the music industry, to now getting songs of like Lil Baby, Pooh Shiesty, Lil Durk, these Chris Brown, these big artists, and receiving the plaques and things of that nature. Like, what were some of the mindset shifts that I went through and applied and saw results from? I'm gonna go through some of that. So I wrote a little bit down just so that I'll remember, what to talk about. So number one, I would say like the growth mindset, like having a mindset of growth. And what I mean when I say a mindset of growth is like, we all know what our deficits are, or we should know. If we don't know, then we need to, study ourselves a bit more. But for the most part, we know where some of our shortcomings are and like where we need to improve on. And one of those things for me was consistency. And it's still something that I battle against. Like, I gotta be consistent. I gotta be consistent, right? So there was a point in time where I was just making a beat here and there, posting a beat here and there on my YouTube, but I wasn't doing it every day. I wasn't doing it every week even. I was just doing it here and there, and I was getting here and there results. So I might get a song with this underground SoundCloud rapper here and there. If I sent here and there gets here and there results. See what I'm saying? So it wasn't until, and this actually ties into another mindset shift. It wasn't until I got really consistent that I started to consistently see growth. You see? And the only reason I knew that I had to be consistent was because I looked at myself and I said, I'm not being consistent. Let me be more consistent. Then I started to put in more work towards being consistent. I'll say this. And I know some of y'all are probably like, man, you haven't been here in 2 weeks. Now you talk about being consistent? Like, we needed a video. Listen, I understand. But the reason why is because I've been working on the class. I've been working on the class. I've been finalizing it. It's coming together real nice. So yes, I did have to miss a video, but I made a ton of videos. I'm telling you, I made a lot of videos. Crazy. All right, we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Back to the story. All right. So consistency, right? I only improved my consistency because I had to look at myself and say, okay, I'm not being consistent. I'm failing in that area. I need to improve upon that. Okay? So it's having that mindset of growth. What are the areas of myself that need to be improved that are not being, they're actually pulling me away from where it is I'm trying to go? Like, not being consistent will pull you away from success. So that was one, the growth mindset, right? Another one was, which goes hand in hand with that, was focusing on the process and not the results of the process. People always say this, trust the process. But it's different when you actually do trust the process. Like, it hits different when you actually are trusting the process. You just fall in love with making sure that you hit the things that you need to hit each day. Like, did I do what I needed to do today to make it closer to that? Whatever that goal is, whether it's a plaque, a placement, whatever it is, I just need to do what I need to do today, right now in this moment, to bring me closer to that goal. Did I do that? See, falling in love with that, it frees up your mind too. Like, it reduces, I feel like for me, it reduces anxiety. Because even that's still something that, all the stuff I'm saying, these are mindsets that I've taken on, but there's still mindsets that I have to remind myself of at times. Because I might be like, ah, man, I'm trying to get this. And then I remember, hold on. Did I do what I needed to do today to get there? If not, I shouldn't be worried about it. I shouldn't be even thinking about that. Let me do what I need to do now to get to that place. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of foolish, like, to even think like that. Like, oh man, I wish I had a plaque. I wish I had this. Did you make any beats today? Did you do any networking today? Did you do anything? Did you do enough? I'm telling you, start to develop the mindset that says, okay, I need to get this done. This is something one of my boxing coaches told me, right? Shout out to my boxing coach, Musa Muhammad, Coach Musa. He said, and I'm paraphrasing him, but it was along the lines of this. There's things that we need to do and there's things that we want. And he said that the stuff that we want, if we want those things, there's things we need to do to get those things. But not enough people need to do what they actually need to do. Not enough people need to do the stuff. So like in boxing, you gotta run because you gotta have good cardio. Not enough people need to get up and run every day. Like, I know I need to get up and run, but a lot of people want to be a champion. I want to be a champion. I want the belt. I want the accolades. But do I need to run? Do I need to make sure I get up and do my jump rope? Do I need to watch film? Like, do I need to do all these things that are going to help me get there? If I don't need to do them, I'm probably not going to do them. Not as much as I need to in order to get where I want to go. So it's the same for us. There's certain things as producers we need to do. We need to get nice with our melodies. We need to get nice with our beats. We need to get nice with, networking and meeting people and staying on top of those connections and taking those opportunities that are presented to us seriously. There's things that we need to do. But if we don't need to do them, personally, if I don't feel like I need to do those things and I'm not actually making those moves in a way where I need to do, like, think about it. When you need to drink water, you'll do whatever you can to make sure you drink some water. That's the level of need I'm talking about. I'm talking about like you need to. Like, yo, I need to make some beats today. I need to send beats out today. I need to do this. I need to do that. That's what we're talking about. So the mindset shift becomes, what is it I can do right now that will help me go further that will help me get to where I want to go. That will help me to get to where I need to go. That help me get to where I want to go. What can I do now? And actually putting that work in now. I love that mindset. It's something that helps me. It truly does help me. Because we can spend a lot of time thinking, just thinking about where it is that we would like to be, the accolades that we would like to have, even some of the material items that we see as being markers of success. But are we spending all that time thinking and are we spending a whole bunch of energy thinking, a whole bunch of energy speaking about it? Or are we actually taking the time to actually make those moves? Like, let's use this time to make those moves in the moment. Okay. Next mindset shift. No distractions. Right now, I have my phone in here in my office room. Usually, I don't keep my phone in my office room because, like you heard those little beeps and stuff, those are distractions. Those are distracting. When I'm supposed to be in here doing a video or in here trying to cook up or something like that, I usually leave my phone outside the room. No distractions means if there's people in your life that are going down a road that you clearly are not going down, you may need to cut them off. No distractions means if I spend 3 hours a day on Instagram, but I want to be a multi-platinum producer, I may have to delete Instagram. Now, I'm not saying you can't post on Instagram. I'm not even saying you can't have an Instagram account. I'm simply saying that you need to formulate your life and your time management around the things that are the most important to you. You have to have you have to be an active player in your life. Don't be a passive player in your life. Like if this was a video game and there were certain movements, like if you just left your controller and you didn't do anything, imagine your video game character would just do stuff on its own. That's kind of how some people live. Like, oh, I'm just sit here on Instagram. Oh, and then I'm gonna make a beat, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that. And then, oh, like you're like on autopilot. Actually, fly the plane. What is it? Wait. Where's my destination? Okay, that's my destination. What does it take to get there? Okay, this is what it takes to get there. Okay, what do I need to do right now? Okay, this is what I need to do right now. What do I need to do after that? And then formulate what your days are gonna be. So if you're doing something that's contrary to where it is that you need to go or where it is that you want to go, you can check yourself and be like, nah, this ain't it. I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be making beats right now. I'm supposed to be making music right now. But I just scrolled on Instagram for 2 hours. 2 hours? That's 2 hours you could have been making beats. That's 2 hours you could have been sending beats out. That's 2 hours you could have been networking. And you expect to be taken serious as a producer. We have a limited amount of time each day, and we have to use it to the best of our ability. You may hear these beeps and stuff, but this phone in particular, I'm gonna show you what type of phone it is. Dumb wireless, right? I don't know if you can see that. Dumb wireless. It's a dumb phone. It has certain smartphone capabilities, but there's other capabilities that it doesn't have. You can do your own research on dumb phones. But essentially, it's a great productivity hack because I value my time. So I don't spend all that time scrolling. I don't spend all that time, looking at other people's lives and being jealous and being envious. I don't spend all that time trying to compare myself to others. I spend the time looking at my life and say, okay, what needs to be done? What needs to be fixed? Where can I grow? Where am I failing? And how can I stop failing? Where am I succeeding and how can I keep doing that? And that's just some of it. But particularly when we're talking about, going towards our goals as a producer, or the mindset shifts that we need to take on as producers, creatives, even entrepreneurs. It takes a level of focus and dedication that most people are not ready for. Plain and simple. You have to actually be dedicated. I have to be dedicated. So that's the video for today. Mindset. It all starts with the mindset. Because if you don't have the correct mindset, your mindset is going to dictate everything that you do. So if your mindset is off, everything else is going to be off. See you on the next one. Nah, waves. Peace.